Alrighty guys, so I'm going to show you guys how you can get your company logo, your company name, and everything on a billboard, just how we just did it for one of our clients, okay? This guy in particular was struggling for over a year, had went through many courses, spent thousands of dollars, and saw no success. Why? Well, I'm going to show you the reason why he wasn't able to see success, but as well how he was able to see success in only 4 days. He closed a $6,000 deal with our brand new offer we built for him. As well, he only spent $200. Okay, only spent $200 in ads, and he was able to see that type of result. Why? It's because we have our infinite leverage system. We build out your offer. We show you how to kind of portray that to your ideal client. Make sure that you're talking to the right people, because we don't want to be talking to new business owners. So I'm going to show you guys all that. So if you are an agency owner targeting contractors or anything in the blue collar kind of niche, then you guys need to pay attention here, because I'm going to show you exactly how you're able to do the exact same thing we did for one of our clients when he just onboarded 4 days. From onboarding, he went 4 days, closed a $6,000 deal, and 30x his ROI. 4 days, that's all it took. And he had already been struggling for over a year, running his exact same agency, targeting the exact same person. Okay, so in order to scale any business, you need 3 things. Okay, but as well, you need to be fully dialed in, or you're going to sink. Your competitors are going hard every single day. If you're not, you're going to sink. You're not going to make any money. Okay. Now, when I first launched Hook Square, if you guys aren't familiar, Hook Square is an HVAC growth firm. We help HVAC companies essentially just grow and scale using paid ads. But as well, we did all the dispatching and everything in between. Our offer was so good that their owners essentially didn't do anything except go to the sale, go to the estimate, and close the sale. But as well, we helped them with the sales. Again, our offer was so good that it helped them do every single part of the step to closing a person and collecting cash. We were able to hit $30,000 cash collected in less than 60 days. Okay, so I'm going to break this entire offer down. But first, I want to show you guys, and if this is what you're doing, I want to show you guys how you can fix this. Okay, so anyone who scales their business is very good at identifying problems, finding solutions, and taking action. Most important, taking action. If you guys are identifying a problem, picking a niche, and sitting back and thinking they're going to find you, they're not. Okay, so that's analysis paralysis. If you guys are sitting back and thinking, you're not going to see success. Okay, so you need to make sure you're taking action. It's the most important thing. So today, I'm going to show you I'm going to show you why most businesses fail versus the exact system I use to scale Hook Square and many others in the contracting space, which I'll show you later on. Okay. And these 3 things that you need to know and need to know how to do is make an irresistible offer, have a team in place that can get the appointments, set everything up, make sure people are booking in and closing the deals. That way you can focus on actually scaling the business and thinking of, an entrepreneur mindset and a business owner mindset is like, how do I grow my business? Not how do I build this? How do I do that? Right? Only focusing on money-making decisions. Okay? And the last thing here is fulfillment is going to be dialed, right? We need to make sure fulfillment's dialed, okay? So these 3 things will allow you to step out of your business and essentially work on the business rather than being in the business and having to work in the business, okay? Having to be hands-on on everything, having to do everything yourself, having to manually do, let's say, onboarding and all these tasks that can be completely automated for you, right? So scaling HVAC businesses to success, this is how we essentially started. We had an idea, a strategy. We identified key elements. So what was our problems? Who are we targeting? Right? What are we actually going to do for them? We targeted this. Then we implemented strategies. We figured out, okay, yes, we have the idea. The only way this will work is if we implement it now. So let's take action. Let's go do what we need to do. After that, after we take our first steps, we're going to start monitoring everything, all of our progress. We need to know what works. We need to know, more importantly, what doesn't work. And we need to fail fast. If you guys are going to fail, you need to do it fast as possible. You might be saying, Dorian, what the hell are you saying? Why would I want to fail? You're going to fail. Okay? It's not a matter of, if you will. It's a matter of like when you will. You guys will fail. Whether it's you'll fail the offer, you'll fail the pricing, you'll fail the fulfillment. You guys are going to fail if you're running the commoditized agency offer. Okay, so make sure you fail fast so you learn from it and you can move on quickly. Once we monitored our progress, we figured out what works, what doesn't work. We had our fails. We then achieved our financial goals because we took action, continued to go, we learned, and in less than 60 days, we made $30,000 cash collected revenue. Okay? So, commoditized agency offer. Typically, you guys have high churn rate, so 1 to 2 months max, and the clients are gone. They don't like the results. Low tier pricing, so they don't value your time because you price so low, $0 to $1,000 monthly. Typically in the area where people don't kind of look at you as the authority, they look at you as just like another person that works for them. No systems, okay? Completing everything by yourself manually. You have nothing in place to do certain systems. There's nothing that's SOPs, so you're continuously doing the exact same procedure every single time. You have none of that, okay? As well, no team. So there's no leverage. You can't leverage another person's time. It's only yours. And there's self-burnout. You try to do everything, well, it's going to get the best of you. Okay, so as a business owner, we need to make sure that we're healthy and we're good to go every single day and we're not burnt out. Because the second you burn out, all the progress you made is going to be gone. Okay, so I'll get into how you can improve this when I mention the infinite leverage system. But quickly, address churn rate. Just reducing your churn rate can lead to longer client retention and stability, and making sure you're making more money in the back end than the front end. Implementing systems to automate tasks can increase your efficiency and reduce the manual workload. Adjust the price. Competitive pricing can attract higher end clients. That's what we're looking for. If you want to only charge $500 a month, you're not going to get that $5 million business because they don't need your services. You don't make them enough money, right? And they don't value your time because you charge so little. That's why you need to build a team. Having a team to prevent burnout and allow for better client service. It's all about your clients. It's not just about you. It's about can you actually get results for your clients. That's the most important thing. Okay, and that's what we focus on. Front end operations. So offer creation, the funnel, things in the front end. When you're making an offer, it can't be not realistic. So for example, HVAC owners, it can't be 100 AC units guaranteed because that's not realistic to them in a month, right? But as well, it can't be too realistic. I can't tell them, hey, 3 installs, 4 installs guaranteed monthly. They don't want that. They want the middle. So not something that's like far-fetched, like, hey, that's not impossible, but not something that's like, hey, that's too easy. You need to be right in the middle, okay? Now, if you guys partner with us, we do all this for you. We find the right niche. If you already have experience in a niche, we'll probably pinpoint that one. Build the offer for you, help you with the fulfillment, dial all the fulfillment in, but as well show you essentially how to find that right person and make sure you're looking at the right platform. Most important part is, are you in the right platform looking for that ideal client? Pricing is too low. So as well, we'll help you increase your pricing. We only sell high ticket. We don't do low ticket because a $300 fight is the exact same as a $3,000 fight. Okay? So keep in mind, we only do high ticket, but as well, that allows us to be authority and people trust us with their money. Why? Because I'm charging high value. That means I'm high value. You might not think it like that, but that's how they see you. If you charge $500 a month, they only see you as $500 a month, nothing more. You start recommending things like, no, I know you as a $500 person. I don't need it. I don't need anything from you. Okay? Service delivery is typically in a commoditized offer, fully done for you. So if you have a DFY, you do everything. The client does nothing. And when you don't see success because of something they did, it's on you still because you said that you're going to do everything for them. It's a fully done for you. Those don't work, right? It's a headache. As well, expectations aren't set. And when expectations aren't set, typically people start to get pissed off. You're not going to see the best results because they expected to be a millionaire by tomorrow, and all you did is actually take money to their account and you didn't get them anything in return. So very, very important we set the expectations correctly. You guys can have a shitty offer. As long as you set the expectations correctly, people won't be mad. Okay? So the offer creation needs to be realistic. It can't be far-fetched, but it can't be too easy. It needs to be realistic. Service delivery, you need to make sure you have service delivery in here. And we need to make sure that we're not doing fully done for you. There's got to be expectations and things that the client needs to do. Pricing, only high ticket. We're not low ticket offer. We're not low ticket worthy. We are high ticket worthy. Okay? And as well, expectations. We set the right expectations. That way they cannot come back to us and say, hey, You told me I'd be making $1 million tomorrow. Why have you only taken $8,000 out of my account, right? So back-end operations, the fulfillment. Typically in commoditized offer, you're focusing on everything. You're not mastering one thing. When we were working with HVAC contractors, we didn't try to do all their Google SEO, their Google ads, their Facebook ads, their social media. We focused on one thing. Why do I say that? We want to perfect one thing and get them great results on one thing before we move on to the next. Because if you try to do everything, you're going to get them shitty results. With shitty results, no clients, no money. Okay? So focus on one thing. Master that one thing. Google ads, paid ads, social media, maybe you're video creating, whatever the hell you do for them. Master one thing. Don't try to do everything. Because if you do everything, you're not going to get them any results because you can't focus, right? I'm going to get into that in a second. You can't focus on everything. It's like trying to manage an entire business by yourself. How are you going to know something's going on and something's wrong with your ads if you're so focused on helping your clients? You won't know. And you can't. It's not your fault. It's just because, well, it is your fault. You're trying to put everything on yourself and you think that you can do and control everything yourself, which you can't, okay? Onboarding. So typically with commoditized offers, onboarding is completely manual. There's no automations. There's no SOPs. Everything is different every single time, but as well, everything is fully manually done, okay? What happens with this is it takes weeks on end, and if you take too long in the beginning, you just took money from your client. Keep that in mind. At the beginning of working with a client, they're at their highest peak of being scared. They're not sure what they want to do. They're so untrusted. They're like, what is going on? You just took money from them. They want to see results, and you need to get them quick wins quickly. You got to stack the quick wins, right? If you do that, you'll see success. But if your onboarding is too long, you'll have a pissed off client from the get-go. Client results suck, typically in a commoditized offer, because the offers aren't good, first off. But as well, you guys don't have a good fulfillment and back-end system. Guys, we had a fucking killer back-end system to the point where we were able to kind of put blame on others because they weren't keeping up with us. We would hound these guys. We would hound them. Why? Because our fulfillment was so dialed in, we knew that we would have something done immediately. And if we didn't, we went to them and said, hey guys, we need this now. But as well, we could go to them and we could demand things because our authority was here. And the expectations, we set them at a level here and we exceeded them. We were here, right? If you do that, guys, I promise you, you will be making over $100,000 a month, no problem, okay? But with a commoditized offer, typically you just don't see any sort of results and your clients all want refunds. No upsells. If you guys are if you're only relying on new sales, you're not going to be able to scale that business, okay? Yes, you can, but to a point. You need to be able to make sure that you have upsells and things going on in the back end, and your back end's making money, because if you don't, you have to rely on the new sales. What happens when your ads are slow? What happens if you can't set appointments that month? Your appointment setter's not doing well. What happens if your closer just isn't closing? That means your profits that you made the past month are now gone because it's trying to keep you guys afloat for the next month. So we need to make sure we have back end fully, making more money. If you can have your back end making more money than your front end, then you'll be able to have you'll be able to have the privilege of saying, hey, guys, I think we can take on 1 or 2 clients this week, this month here, right? Rather than saying, guys, we need 1 or 2 clients or else we're done, right? So it's a privilege if you have your back end so dialed in to the point where you're for front end, you don't have to rely on it. New sales does not matter. It's a bonus, right? And we'll show you guys how to do this. So operational insufficiencies in the funnel. Lack of focus, again, just to recap. Lack of focus, you're focused on way too many things. You have manual onboarding, so nothing is done the exact same way every single time. You're not getting the right information. Everything's manual. Poor client results, okay? Due to a lack of fulfillment, you don't have a good system. There's nothing behind you to give you better results. So poor client results. And from that, guys, if you get someone bad results, you took too long on the onboarding, and you have a lack of focus, you're not focusing on what they need, no one's buying from you again. There's no upsells, okay? How do we get rid of this? Well, we implemented the infinite leverage system. So this exact system is what got me to $30,000 cash collected in less than 60 days, okay? It's the exact system that took Wajid to having inconsistency through an entire year, no sales, was spending money. He was literally only spending money. He's buying courses, and I'm not talking just courses, high-end, high-ticket courses that, essentially couldn't help him, right? Now, again, it's not the person's fault. It's not the person that he went with. It's because they don't actually specifically work on one thing. Whereas we only work with we only work with agencies looking to help contractors. Why? Because we can guarantee you guys the results, because we know what works and we know what does not work. So we can save you time and money. With that being said, like I mentioned before, Wajid closed a $6,000 deal, and he only ran ads for 4 days. Like, he was with us for 4 days. Took our ideas for the offer. We pinpointed his ideal clientele, set up all his ads, and from there, got everything going, helped him with the sales process, and he closed that deal. $6,000 deal, $200 spent. That's a 30x ROI, guys. Okay. So here, what we did for him is we identified ideal client. We went over like who do you want to target, who do you want to work with, and why. Okay. Found that person. Once we found that person, we created an irresistible offer for them. Okay. Something that when they get on the call, they're like, holy, I've never seen this before. Okay. From then, we then pretty much put money to this. We started running ads to these offers, to the clientele, targeting the specific person, and then spent only $200. Okay. Got his ideal client on the phone, got him on a call. He went through his pitch, set the expectations, and he closed a $6,000 deal. From there, he achieved a 30x ROI in 4 days. Okay, guys? So let me break this down so that you can also do this no matter where you're at. Because, again, Wajid is now going on a fully paid trip to New York City, and he's going to have his company logo and name on a billboard in Times Square. And that's because he did he did 3K in 30 days challenge. And if you guys want to learn how you can do that yourself, I'll put the link down below. You're going to have to click that, fill out the form, and I'll show you exactly how you guys can do this as well. See, with Wajid, we should have had a 3K in 4 days. But unfortunately, they don't have that one. We only have a 3K in 30 days, which I'll show you guys how to hit it. Okay? So I'm sure you guys also want to learn how this is done. So infinite leverage system, part 1. Essentially, in the part 1, we're targeting traffic and your desired clientele. Like I just mentioned, with Wajid, we targeted his ideal clientele. We said, who do you want to work with? Why do you want to work with them? Let's figure that out. Let's pinpoint that. Okay? Once we did that, how we did it is essentially call the top of the market, the industry he was working with. We called the top person. We built an offer that resonates with that person. Again, guys, if you're talking to a guy who's making $10 million a year and you say, hey, dude, I'll only give you 2 installs a month. Sound good? No. You have a millisecond to catch their attention, guys. If you're running ads, you have a millisecond. Literally a millisecond. You're scrolling. If they don't say, hey, that's me, this is me, there's my call out, this is what they can do for me, and they get excited, like, oh, I want that, and they don't click, well, guess what? They're going to continue to swipe, and you're not going to get that lead. Okay, guys? So the next thing here is the quality value speaking for that person. You can't just run ads. You can't just run static ads. You need to run video ads, and you need to be able to have a message and portray that message, not just video ads, but make videos, make content that is aligned with the way that they speak. You need to align yourself. If you're targeting that massive company, you need to align yourself with what that owner talks about, not the guy who's starting his new business. Your words, the way you portray yourself, needs to be what that guy is looking to and what his desires are. Okay, guys? So strategies for client success. Again, number 1, market call out. Make sure you're calling the right person. Once you call that person, you need to make sure that you have an offer that is aligned with them. Okay, it needs to make sure that it benefits them. Not too easy, but as well, it's not like it's impossible. It resonates with them really, really well. And as well, the quality value. So making sure that we're speaking to these people, the ideal client, with the exact same value that and quality of which they talk. Okay. Now, infinite leverage system part 2 is using leverage and authority through content. Okay. So like I mentioned, guys, we're going to be making, essentially anything to attract that ideal client. So when we're making content and essentially, establishing our authority, we do that in such a way because we're speaking with high quality, but as well, we're going in depth with their pains. We know these people on a whole new level. Matter of fact, you might know these guys more in depth than they do. Okay. And you do this by demonstrating proof and validation. So in the beginning, we'll make sure that we're putting out good quality work. Once we get some testimonials, That's the proof. We're demonstrating, here's the proof, here's how we did it, here's who we did it for. Look, this person's just like you. They were able to do it. Why can't you, right? So demonstrate proof and validation. Bridging the gap with personable actions, okay? We're going to make sure that we bridge the gap with all personable actions. And what that means is people tend to not want to make things personable, okay? They don't want to call people. They don't want to text them. They don't want to make that personal connection. They don't want to like their photos. They don't want to follow them. With us, guys, we do everything personable. We make everything as personable as possible. Why? Because think of it. Imagine, let's say, who's a good example? Let's say Iman Gachi, okay? Iman Gachi started following you, and he started liking your stuff, right? How would that make you feel? You'd be like, holy shit, this guy is massive. He's liking my stuff, right? It feels more personable. Yes, he might not know you, but he's making it seem like he knows you because he's liking your stuff. He's getting to know you. Maybe, again, just far-fetched, calls you, starts talking to you, says, how's it going? He looked at your website, he looked at everything, starts talking about your business. You're sitting like, holy shit, how do you know all this? That's exactly what we do with all of our partners, but as well for our partners' clients, right? And for our partners' leads. That's our system. That's the infinite leverage system. We hold such authority because we know everything and the most about these clients, probably more than they, again, like I said before, more than they probably know about themselves, okay? And as well, we have a clear and compelling rewards after each step. Within our funnel, every time someone does something, we reward them. At the end of it, they give us money, we reward them by giving them more clients, okay? So strategies for effective content engagement, clear rewards, making sure there's always a reward, does not matter what it is, small, big, doesn't matter. When they do something, you help them to do something, they do it, reward them. Offering tangible benefits to encourage participation, personal actions, engaging with audience on a personal level, and proof of validation, providing evidence to build trust and credibility. Okay, guys? The last step here, infinite leverage system part 3, is fulfillment and deliverability. If you have everything else, you got people on the phone, you close them, and you don't have the fulfillment and deliverability, you guys will get refunds, disputes, chargebacks, whatever you want to call it. They'll be coming in and you guys will be losing more money in the back end than you are in the front end. Okay? So fulfillment and deliverability, we need to make sure that we're setting the client expectations and they're clearly stated. We have to do so many things, but as well, I'm gonna set the expectations for them. I will do this, I'll make sure you get this, this, and this, but you need to make sure that you can do this, this, and this. Because if you don't, I will promise you won't see success with us. Right? Again, on the sales calls, I always set expectations so hard. I'd rather scare someone away than take someone in who's not going to be, in a sense, hold up their end. Okay? Upsell new services. So we always on the back end upsell new services. If someone's getting good success, we want them to get more success. How do we do that? Well, we have different offers. We have different things we can resell them and upsell them. Right? That way they get even more results. But that's just making money in the back end. If we can make more money in the back end than the front end, like I mentioned to you guys before, you guys are set and you will start to hit 100K months over and over and over and over and over and over. Okay? And achieving results through data. You need to collect data. We need tracking systems. We need things in place to collect all the data. That way we know what works and we know it doesn't work. It's most important. You want to know what does not work. Because if you keep doing something, you keep spending money on ads, you keep spending money on offers, maybe you're doing it right now. Maybe you're spending money, you don't even realize, hey, this doesn't work because you're not tracking anything. You might think, oh, I know, this works. But in reality, it doesn't because you're not actually tracking anything. You don't know your profits. You don't know anything. Okay, and you cannot do that unless you track stuff. So fulfillment and deliverability, again, is what we help with all of our partners. It's the most important thing. Setting client expectations, making sure they're clearly stated. Upselling on the back end, so with new services, new offers, as well, achieving results through data. These 3 main things will make sure that you see success and guarantee success with your clients going forward. Okay. Now this is the infinite leverage system, again, that many have used, including my own agency, HookSquare.com, HVAC growth firm, that we scaled to $30,000 a month in less than 60 days. Okay, and I keep mentioning this again, guys, because we started at zero. We literally started at zero. We got this to $30,000 in less than 60 days, using the infinite leverage system. As well, it allowed Mondo, I'll pop them up here, it allowed Mondo to go from 20K a month to now doing 90K a month helping contractors. And as well, we actually just met him in New York City. along with Wajid, we got his billboard up, his logo and company name up on a billboard. Okay, again, because he hit the exact same challenge. He actually hit 10K in 30 days. Again, that's only because he's using the infinite leverage system, and we scale him from 20K all the way to 90K a month, helping concrete contractors. Right, and like I mentioned, I spoke about him today. Wajid went from course to course, struggling literally year after year. Not struggling year after year, struggling for a year, using the exact same offer. But again, we switched everything up. When he came in with us, in 4 days, we took the exact same offer that I'm showing you guys here, and essentially he closed a $6,000 deal, spent $200, and got a 30x ROI in 4 days. Okay, as well, I'll pop up Christian here. Christian also working with us, and he's using this exact system to help home renovation companies. Okay, so washroom rentals, bathroom rentals, kitchen rentals, that type of thing. And he was able to get 4 qualified bookings within 3 days, and an average CPL, cost per lead, of $9.96. Okay, guys, so if you want to book a call with myself or keep watching my content, again, it's up to you guys fully. I'm not here to pressure you and do something you don't want to do. If you want to book a call, I'll put the link down below. If not, guys, I highly encourage you to continue to watch my content. I put a lot of hidden gems, free gems in these videos that I don't do anywhere else. Even in our school program, I don't give it out for entirely for free. I want you guys to take this and implement it. Don't watch this video and don't do anything with it. Watch this video, implement it, because I want you guys to see that everything that I'm talking about is true, and I want you to validate yourself if you're not comfortable already to make that call. Okay? If you are comfortable, if you are ready, you want to implement the system as soon as possible, click the link down below, book a call, and I will speak with you personally, myself, and we'll get things running. Okay? So, look forward.